Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today it looks like WWE 2K25 is now available on the go. It's on the Nintendo Switch 2, and we can only hope it is better than the last WWE 2K game that was on the Nintendo Switch, which was not a very good port. I've not seen anything about the Nintendo Switch 2 release of WWE 2K25, but if you guys have played it, let me know how it plays, and also if you've played it on any of the other consoles, let me know how it compares. Okay, so we've got our community milestones today. We've got ring domination for Jey Uso going up in an hour and a half. Over in the store, we've of course got our free packs, our bonus pack, which gives us a chance at the Trish Stratus. We're still in the middle of doing our quest. And of course, we've got our free Axiom pack that you get every single day. And let's go ahead and grab that. And it looks like I missed a whole bunch of rewards from yesterday. So did we finally get the Axiom? Did we hell? Absolutely not. Let's get our daily streak reward, which is going to be a Ludwig Kaiser. A free Ludwig Kaiser that you can get right now today on the WWE store. You can also go over here, and if you just click on this one, the daily streak, just go ahead and click on that. You just need to log in. You don't need to have done any of the previous days. Just go ahead and claim it, and you'll get a free SummerSlam 25 Ludwig Kaiser. So definitely well worth getting. We've got our 4 free events today. We've got our bonus pack to start off with, which gives us a 10% chance. And the Trish Stratus. Now, I wouldn't mind getting a Pro Trish Stratus. I forgot to give you 60 of these. And because it says 56 down here and not 57, it does mean that we didn't get the Trish Stratus. So I'm just going to skip forward on that one. And there we are. And next up, let's do Walk the Ropes. So this is what we got the Trish Stratus from yesterday. I wouldn't mind getting a Pro offer. I'm going to try not to spend as many credits as I did last time. So I want to try and get that 3 if we can. That's a 2. I mean, we can still get a 1. What we want to do is we want to hit those walk the board little things, because the little draft picks on there are what give you the big chance of pulling the Trish Stratus. So anything that says the little walk the ropes part, those are the things you want to try and land on. So now I want to try and land on a 1 if we can. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so we've got 3 picks now. Now it's quite a large board. Okay, a train up plus. Oh, we did it! We've got a Pro Trish Stratus, and we did it for free this time, which is wonderful. And we got an unhinged Cody Rhodes. So that was very, very cool. If we can get a 1 again, we can get 150 credits off of this. I was so close to it. There was 1 off. It does also give you a whole bunch of SummerSlam cards as well. But getting that Trish Stratus right off the bat is absolutely fantastic. I can make that into a Pro. It's going to be very, very strong. So a 4 would be good, a 2 would be really, really bad. That's a 3. Okay, we managed to get past there. So ideally a 1 would be nice to get back onto the draft board once again. Yes, we did it. Got a Julia unhinged. Got 250 super coins. And we got WrestleMania 41 train up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 would be good. That's a 2, which is enough to KO us. And we are not going to continue, we're just going to claim and exit, because we did manage to get our Pro Trish Stratus, which was the main thing that we were after. Next up, we're going to do Lights Out, see if we can get ourselves another... I almost said Stephanie Vacure and then almost said Rhea Ripley, and neither of those are correct. This one is... JC Jane. I almost said Lacey Evans as well. I don't know why I couldn't remember JC Jane's name for a second there. That was really weird. Big old Grand Cat does have a little bit of a headache, so maybe that is playing a bit of a role. I'm hoping that I'm just a little bit dehydrated. I've got a drink next to me. A non-alcoholic drink, of course. It's actually a vitamin C drink. Full of all those sunshine goodness nutrients that the big old Grand Cat doesn't always get enough of. And it is important to keep yourself hydrated. It is very, very easy, especially in this day and age, to get lost in work. We're just going to go ahead and claim an exit there. I don't think we got anything. I think these are just the cards that we pulled. And yep, we didn't pull anything of any great interest on that one. Alright, next up is Blocker Buster. This has always been pretty decent for us. Let's see if we can get lucky and find a belt, a silver or a gold belt. Okay, what are we going for? That is a weird choice of things. Right. Okay, it's going up and down the way. I'm not sure what we can do with that. Oh, we found the gold belt. So the gold belt goes downwards. Okay. Well, that means we don't need to do either of these because we now know that it's these 3 and these 3. No. How do I... I think that's pretty much the best that I can do. And everything else from there would be not so helpful. So we're just going to go ahead and claim an exit. And we didn't get it, but that is fine. We've got quite a lot of Rey Mysterios. And next up is going to be the Gauntlet. Let's see if we can get ourselves another Razor Ramon. We're just going to do this one entirely for free. Last time we got right up to the end and then spent 100 credits to get the final reward. So I think we're going to start by taking -5 speed and get a guaranteed pack. So at least we get something. Then it's just 50-50. Is it going to be a -5 or a -11? Good, a -5. That is pretty good. Okay, so either one has a chance at a -5 in speed, one has a -11 in toughness, one has a -11 in power. I think I'm going to go for the toughness side instead. Okay, we've got the -5 in speed. That's good. That is very, very good. Let's go to the right then. Oh no, we want to get the -5 in speed. Oh my goodness, we did it. We survived. And then of course we get our free pack. Okay. Now, we don't know what the one in the middle is, but the one on the left will absolutely eliminate us if we get the -21 in power. The one on the right will eliminate us if we get the -5 speed. So I'm going to go for the one in the middle. Okay, we want to get that one peak. Not the -16 charisma. Oh, good heavens. That is quite a jump to our charisma. Then it's okay, so do we want to go left or do we want to go right? I think I would rather go right towards the minus power. Or I can stay in the center to go for the minus toughness. But no, I'm going to go for the one on the right. Both of these will eliminate us, so that is unfortunately our Gauntlet finished, and we're just going to go ahead and claim an exit on that one. So that's the one that's the 1% chance. This one is, I think, 1.5% chance, which we didn't get. And then the third pack is, of course, just the card that we were using, which was the Austin Theory. Okay, I think that's us out of these. Do remember to absolutely click on your daily streak, because it will give you a guaranteed Ludwig Kaiser. And do we have anything else of any cool interest down here? I don't think we do. And I don't think we've got anything new in the Superstore. I have been told the Super Coins go up to 150,000 credits, which is absolutely fantastic. That's really, really helpful. We've got our community milestones as well. I think this is... no, it's the second last one. So congratulations to Sir Halsky for being the top rocker of this one. Let's go ahead and claim our prizes, of which we get 100 credits. And it looks like it also comes with 30 additional SummerSlam cards and 5 rare draft picks. My goodness, 5 rare draft picks is a lot. I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the results. There you can see them all if you want to see them. And we're going to go ahead and take those. Let's see what we get from our 5 rare draft picks. We'll go for this one. Okay, so Drew McIntyre in the middle. Karrion Kross. Does it feel weird to anyone else that you can still pull Karrion Kross cards? Is he actually fired? And I think we can get rid of all of them. Unfortunately, we don't need any of these cards. Just going to go ahead and dust all 5 of them. And now, lastly, we're going to do some SummerSlam Rocks. And we've got 153 of these, so we're doing at least 15 of them, if not more. But before we do that, let's go ahead and just make sure that we don't have anything that we can combine. I'm going to go ahead and change this Trish Stratus image to a different Trish Stratus. That one's quite good. Or should we go for one of her cowboy hat looks? Is that just an identical... No, okay, it's not. She just has a way of like doing the exact same face. This is a younger cowboy hat Trish Stratus. I don't like the gold outline, but other than that, that's a really good image of Trish. I think that's the one we're going to go with. So let's go to train, and we will go and take a look at all of these. And what we want to see is if any of these are missing a little star on the right hand side, and if they are, I will pro them, and if not, then we will continue on with playing SummerSlam Rocks. Ah, Kit Wilson. Okay, so we've got a Kit Wilson there. So we do have one at least. So it's a good thing I checked, otherwise I would have missed that one. So this is SummerSlam 21 Kit Wilson. Speaking of, what is it Kit Wilson and Elton Prince are currently doing? I don't think I've seen them on TV for a little while. Oh, we've got Kane from SummerSlam 18 as well. So Kit Wilson and Kane, that's 2 cards. Okay, just 2. So let's go to Combinable. And we'll go to these old school ones. So it was... I think these 2. No, it wasn't. Okay, well there's the Kane. And the Kit Wilson, I thought it was SummerSlam 21, but it's not SummerSlam 21. It is... It was SummerSlam 23? That looks right. And Kit Wilson... There he is, Catalog Pro, for 45 Super Coins. That puts us up to 16,034 stars. And now let's jump into SummerSlam Rocks. Well aware that I just missed a few hands I was drinking. A wise word of advice, don't drink and stream. You'll spill. So what we're looking for is try and get super coins. See if we can max out the 150,000 limit. They'll be good for when the new PLE cards come out. Or whenever anything else comes out that requires super coins. But generally it's PLE cards that we're looking for. Now, the past two times there, I was timing to get the little rocker hands. From this point onwards, I am not going to do that. I am just going to get the first rock hand, and then after that, I'm just going to leave it down to luck as to what we get. So you can see me now going ahead and tapping away. Although we did get lucky there. We got very lucky. We got 750 super coins, which is fantastic. I have a strange question for everyone in the Grand Cat Grand fleet out there. Who is your current favourite superstar? If you had asked me a little while ago, I'd have said Cody Rhodes. If you asked me before that, I'd have said probably Roman Reigns. More recently, I'd have maybe been inclined to say CM Punk, but I am not entirely sure who I would say is my favourite current WWE wrestler. Seth Rollins might be up there. CM Punk might still be up there. Jey Uso might be a favourite of a couple of people. Maybe there's even some females. Maybe, I mean, Rhea Ripley has never not been one of the top stars in the entire industry. Stephanie McCure is actually really working her way up to the main epsilons, the higher epsilons of the company. I can honestly say that I think the best promo worker is still Paul Heyman. Actually, John Cena's really, really good at the moment as well. It's really weird because Cody is the champion and he currently isn't doing much as champion, which is a bit of a strange thing. I mean, he's basically taken second seat to John Cena and Logan Paul at Clash in Paris, which I thought was a bit unusual. I mean, I'm sure that Cody Rhodes has a lot of respect for John Cena, and being that we are in the last few months of John Cena's career, it makes sense to put a spotlight on John Cena. It's just really weird that Cody Rhodes isn't off doing his own thing, that he is basically being essentially the partner, the tag partner of John Cena at the moment against Logan Paul and whatever villain of the week Logan Paul decides to team up with, which is Drew McIntyre currently, which I'm all for. Big Drew, big Scottish Drew. Ah, yeah, that's right, the Scottish warrior, Drew McIntyre. Speaking of Scotland, and the home of the Grand Cat himself is in Glasgow, Scotland. we just had Isaac Swerve Scott, or Isaac Swerve Strickland, is his AEW name, in Forbidden Planet, doing signings today. So that was really nice. I didn't see him myself. It was... there was little bands that you needed to get, and they were completely sold out by the time that I was even aware that he was in Forbidden Planet. But I think it was really, really cool that big superstars come along to little places like that. Well, I mean, Forbidden Planet isn't exactly a small shop. It's quite big and it's been around for a very, very long time. But it's very, very cool that these superstars spend the time to meet their fans in such a way. I suppose my question for you all today is, have you ever met any wrestlers? I have met quite a few. I think the biggest named wrestler I've met is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he is fantastic. He is great with his fans. He was very, very cool, and I was very, very pleased to get to meet him. I've always been a huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. I have a story about it. So as kids, we were all at the... Oh, we got a lot of cards there. Oh, we must have pulled the pack that gives you the additional SummerSlam cards. That's cool. So as kids, it was a little place called the SECC that they were wrestling in. It is now been called Hydro, which you may be aware of if you've seen any shows from Glasgow. And... we were around the back area of that, where there was the buses that collected the wrestlers, and some of the wrestlers would come up to the fence, and they would say hello to everyone. They would sign autographs and things, and of course, when Stone Cold Steve Austin came out, everyone went nuts. We were all like, Stone Cold Austin 316 over here and everything, right? And my friend who I was with just went, Steve! And he looked around with a death glare that silenced the crowd. We were like, oh my god, what is going to happen now? And he stopped what he was doing. He signed the autograph for the person that he was signing. And then he turned around and he walked over to my friend. And we were all like, oh! And he just took the piece of paper from my friend and he signed it. And he continued signing, and now we were like, Steve! Because his real name is Steve Williams, so he was like, Steve? Yeah, that's my name. It was amazing. Big Show also came out, and he wasn't signing any autographs, he was quite tired, but he came out, and he walked all the way over to the fence, and as he came closer to the fence, you really got to see how massive he was, and he outstretched his hands, and he just said, I love you guys, and we were like, whoa, he just went back in the bus. Rey Mysterio came out, unmasked, and we were like, whoa, holy crap, Rey Mysterio doesn't always wear his mask when he's backstage, and we were like, oh my god, Rey Mysterio has came out, and he's saying hi and saying hello to everyone and all this kind of stuff, and he was great. John Cena came out, looked at everyone, and then just looked away and just got on the bus. He had no time for his fans. He was like, don't care. And there was booing from the little crowd of us. Because we all wanted to see John Cena. This is before John Cena became huge. This is Stone Cold and Big Show were wrestling. I think the main event was it was Triple H and someone versus The Undertaker and someone. It wasn't even a televised show, it was a house show. And it was a tag match. And Triple H was the world champion at the time. And I mean, we're not talking about old Triple H and the Authority. We're talking about like young Triple H, this is when, in fact, actually at that show I remember seeing Brock Lesnar against Matt Hardy, So Brock Lesnar was currently in a feud with the Hardy Boys, so that's how far back it was. And even back then, John Cena felt that he was above the audience, but Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't. And I've always kept that in my mind, that like that's really, really cool that someone that was as massive as Stone Cold still had time for the fans, and someone like John Cena was just like, nah, I'm done. I did my match. I'm going to get in the bus, you know. But I mean, at the time, John Cena was popular. He was really, really popular. Weirdly, we didn't see Undertaker or Triple H. They didn't get on the same bus as the rest of the guys. Maybe they had their own accommodation, or maybe they were sticking back. Maybe it's because they were in the main event. Maybe they were still in the showers or whatever. That's very possible. And we have almost finished here. We've got 3 more to do, maybe 4, depending on how many we can pull. If we pull 1 skull out of these next 3, then we'll do 4, and if not, then it will only be 3. And again, I'm leaving it entirely up to luck. Okay, well, we're definitely doing a 4th one now that we've got 2 skulls. Okay, we're getting towards the end now, which is good, because big old Grandcat's headache is beginning to annoy me. So I'll go for 1 skull here, which will give us a second one. So I'll take that skull there, and then we'll just leave the rest of them up to fate. Okay, we've got another skull. And I don't think we've pulled anything of special, anything from this SummerSlam Rocks. So there we are, let's go for this last one now. And one last one. And okay, so we've got 500 super coins, which is cool. And there we are. We're down to 6 out of 10 on SummerSlam Rocks. So Ring Domination will be starting soon. I don't know what the Unhinged card is, or the SummerSlam 25 card, but I will be making a video when I'm about to finish the Jey Uso, and I will showcase what is in those 2 cards. And then once I finish the Heroic side, I'll tell you what's on the Heroic side in terms of the Unhinged and the SummerSlam 25 card as well. Do remember that there are still ongoing quests. If you haven't completed the OTC1 quest, you've got 5 days and 23 hours left to complete it. You have 5 days and 23 hours left to complete the SummerSlam 25 quest, which will give you a Eddie Guerrero. And then lastly, we've got 12 days and 23 hours left to do the Go Beyond quest, which will give you a chance. Well, it will give you a guaranteed Rhea Ripley, and you can pull 1 Rhea Ripley off the draft board. I haven't done it yet, but you can do so. So with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And don't forget to grab your free Ludwig Kaiser, and we shall see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.